He can't even tell his mama no. For one night, just one night. I mean, do you think that's right?
What's that look for?
You care for her.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
I care about saving this family and our church.
And you care for her. A woman's attempt to care for the home she raises her children in.
I asked you not to do that.
I don't care about your pride.
You were described as being there. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back over there and I'm gonna go over that fire scene and I'm gonna look for your prints from when you broke into the house the first time.
Hey, hi, guys. Great.
Thanks for dinner.
They're searching houses. Shh. They look for a man who came here today. They think he might be a spy.
A spy?
Did someone see him come here today?
You know, I've been doing this for over 30 years now. And if you look around, you're going to see me showing up on something on TV. I'm always on something, a TV, movie, something. So I've just been doing this for 30 years.
What happens when a classically trained opera singer spends 3 decades being told she's too much for Hollywood, only to land the role that proves she was exactly enough all along?
I mean, one of my dream jobs was to be a regular on a TV show. That never fully came to fruition until Greenleaf, and I have been doing this for 30 years.
Born April 19, 1968, in Jersey City, New Jersey, Kim Hawthorne's journey from Newark's Catholic school hallways to becoming the face of one of television's most polarizing characters is a masterclass in perseverance. But before we get to the controversy that had fans choosing sides every Tuesday night, we need to talk about what almost never happened. At 12 years old, Kim discovered something that would change everything. Sister Maria, her music teacher at Blessed Sacrament School, recognized a gift that couldn't be ignored.
Okay, I went to a private Catholic school, grammar school, and Sister Maria was the music teacher, and she missed her calling. She should have been on Broadway, but since she wasn't.
But here's what makes this story different. Sister Maria didn't just pat young Kim on the head and send her home. She sat Kim's parents down and laid out a roadmap that most kids from Newark never got to see.
When I left that school, she just didn't let me go out into the world without giving me a foundation. She sat my mom down and my dad down and said, there's a School of the Arts in Newark.
That roadmap led to the School of the Arts in Newark, then to Arts High School, and eventually to Birmingham Southern College in Alabama on a full classical music scholarship.
Got bitten by the classical singing bug, which allowed me to go on to Arts High School in Newark and major in voice, and then from there I went on to get a scholarship to college to sing classical music.
Kim graduated with honors and a Bachelor of Arts in Musical Theater in the late 1980s. But what happened next proves that talent and education don't guarantee anything in this industry. She moved to Atlanta and originated the role of Minnie Dove Charles in Pearl Clege's Flyin' West at the Alliance Theater under Kenny Leon's direction. The performance was electric, the reviews were stellar, and Kim thought she'd cracked the code. She moved to New York, landed her Broadway debut in 1998 as the lead queen in Cy Coleman and Ira Gasman's musical The Life, directed by Michael Blakemore.
And I got my degree in musical theater, so I was able to use the singing and then incorporate the acting, and then that's how I ended up on Broadway a couple of years later. It was a musical called The Life.
Standing on that Broadway stage, hearing the applause, Kim believed her career was about to explode. It didn't. What followed were years of auditions, callbacks, and the kind of rejection that breaks most people. Kim booked roles in The Chronicles of Riddick in 2004. Along Came a Spider in 2001.
Where'd he go?
Dr. Cross isn't in cyberspace anymore. You're at a live site looking through a video camera. Those arrows down there are moving.
Became a series regular on Louis C.K.'s HBO show Lucky Louie.
Walter, every time you do that impression, you humiliate yourself, you humiliate me, and people just feel embarrassed for you.
Earned a Leo Award nomination for Da Vinci's Inquest.
You read the guy's report. He says he thought he saw 2 guys in the alley for 2 nights running, scoping the house. He thought for a burglary after he made the shoplifting report.
And appeared on shows like Rape.
Well, he hasn't owned up to anything, but I'm as sure as the hickey I saw on his neck. You don't get those from kissing babies.
Switched at Birth.
I'm in A 3 years now, me and my husband. Are there any good meetings around here? Yeah, me and my husband go to the one over at the Y. It's just a few blocks from here.
Criminal Minds.
We got those photos from a protected source. Okay, I'm not answering any more questions until there's a lawyer on my side of the room and a warrant on yours.
And How to Get Away with Murder.
I sense you feeding him any information that could prompt him to your version of what happened that night.
You mean the truth?
I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
On paper, it looked like success. But Kim knew the truth. For 25 years, she was the actress who was always working, but never quite breaking through. She watched younger actresses land their first auditions and walk straight into series regular roles. She watched opportunities slip away, watched shows get picked up without her, watched her dreams defer year after year. And every single time she wanted to quit, she thought about one person.
There were lots of times I wanted to quit, and now here is the testimony and the story and the miracle of life. I never quit because Oprah never quit.
Oprah Winfrey. Kim never met Oprah during those struggling years, but Oprah's story became her lifeline. Every time Kim wanted to give up, she'd remember what Oprah survived, what Oprah overcame, and how Oprah kept going when everyone said no. Kim made herself a promise. If Oprah didn't quit, neither would she. In 2016, 30 years into her career, Kim's phone rang with an opportunity that would change everything. Craig Wright and Clement Virgo were creating a show for OWN about a Memphis megachurch family with secrets darker than their Sunday morning smiles. They wanted Kim to play Carissa Greenleaf, the daughter-in-law married to the bishop's son Jacob, played by Lamon Rucker. Kim said yes before she even read the script.
Oh, Bishop, before you go.
Yes, dear. Oh, listen, do you have the car key?
We still having trouble with that breaker box?
What she didn't know was that she was about to become one of the most debated characters in Black television history. Greenleaf premiered on June 21st, 2016, and immediately became the highest-rated scripted series premiere in OWN history. The show pulled back the curtain on prosperity gospel, family dysfunction, sexual abuse, financial corruption, and the messy humanity behind the pulpit. And right in the middle of it all was Carissa, the ambitious, educated, brutally honest wife who refused to smile through her husband's mediocrity. Viewers split into camps immediately. Some saw Carissa as a gold digger, a manipulative social climber who married into the Greenleaf family for status and money.
The biggest misconception? Oh, I think that people think she's a gold digger.
Right.
People think that she's a gold digger, and I never have gotten that.
Others saw her as the only honest person in a house full of hypocrites, a woman holding down her family while her husband cheated, lied, and failed at everything he touched.
What makes her an amazing wife is that she is honest. I think somebody who can appreciate a partner that really loves them, they're going to tell you the truth whether you want to hear it or not.
The controversy exploded on social media. Fans argued whether Carissa was justified in her anger or if she was too much for poor Jacob. The discussions got heated, with some viewers unable to separate Kim from the character she played. But Kim had something to say about that perception, and she wasn't backing down.
Well, the fans call her straight no chaser. And that's how they wrote her. So, I mean, it's really great to be able to portray that type of character, because I don't know how often we get to see that type of Black woman on TV.
Behind the scenes, Kim was building something else entirely. Remember those head wraps she wore on the show?
You know how when we tie our wraps, ladies, you know how you need the tutorial and everything? And so I had mastered that. And so I would post pictures of myself, and then my Facebook friends would be like, oh, I wish I knew how to do that. Can you teach me how to do that? Even recently on my Instagram.
Fans kept asking how to tie them, and Kim kept thinking about all the mornings she struggled with her own wraps, how they'd come undone in the car, how the tutorial videos never quite worked.
And so I sat down and I bought a sewing machine, didn't know how to sew.
You did?
Taught myself how to sew.
It's called YouTube, ain't it?
It sure is.
So she bought a sewing machine, taught herself to sew via YouTube, and created the Regal Wrap, pre-tied, ready-to-wear head wraps with a signature zigzag stitch.
Which is what I'm wearing, right? And you know it's a Regal Wrap because it has a zigzag stitch going around the bottom. And you should always have that stitch showing.
She launched the business in early 2018. 4 months later, her phone rang again. It was O Magazine.
I was in O Magazine in 2018 as one of her favorite things for the December issue.
Someone had sent them samples, and Oprah herself had mentioned Kim's wraps. They wanted to feature the Regal Wrap and Oprah's favorite things for the December 2018 issue. Kim, who had been making wraps by hand in her apartment with her friend, burst into tears.
That was no shoe-in just because I was on the show. They called me and I had to be vetted. You know, they were like, send us some wraps and we'll let you know. I was sweating. I was so nervous. I was like, what if they're not good?
The woman who sustained Kim through 30 years of rejection just validated her business. The orders flooded in. Kim was making wraps by hand, shipping them herself, building a company while filming one of television's most demanding roles. She added Afterpay, expanded her designs, and kept going. But Greenleaf wasn't done surprising anyone. In season 4, the writers gave Carissa a storyline that set social media on fire. She had an affair. After years of forgiving Jacob's infidelities, losing the family money, and being humiliated at church, Carissa slept with someone else.
This is what they came up with. I'm stealing wills. I'm sleeping with folk. I'm getting the cooties. I was like, well, now look, I didn't ask for all of that.
And then she contracted chlamydia.
So one day I was on set and I overheard the cinematographer going, yeah, and now Carissa's got chlamydia and I don't know what's going on. And I was like, I don't have chlamydia.
The internet erupted. Some fans finally felt sympathy for Carissa. Others said she got what she deserved. Kim had a different reaction.
Everybody thought she was going to come back. The doctor was going to come back and tell me I was pregnant.
Yay.
So I was like reading the comments, you know, and I said, oh, Lord Jesus. They have no idea.
The scene everyone remembers happened in season 3. Carissa confronted Lady Mae Greenleaf, played by Lynn Whitfield, in her bedroom. The two powerhouse actresses went toe-to-toe, and then Lady Mae slapped Carissa.
In the Rose Parade, you are an old rusty jalopy with a corpse in the trunk.
What viewers didn't know was that Lynn accidentally slapped Kim for real during one take, and they used that footage. Kim's personal life was just as layered as her characters. She raised 2 sons, Julian and Tobias, as a single mother while building her career.
My youngest son, Tobias, who's my little businessman, he turns everything into a money-making opportunity.
She was previously married to someone named Kurt, with whom she shares a child, but the marriage ended in divorce. She discovered her birth family at age 33, having been adopted as a child and raised in Newark. That reunion with her grammar school friends from Blessed Sacrament became a touchstone moment, reminding her that who she was had always been enough. As a mother, Kim approached parenting differently than she was raised. She has a 14-year-old son who challenges her to rethink discipline, respect, and what it means to raise a black boy in America. The conversations are hard, the tension is real, and Kim admits she's learning to listen instead of just lecture. Greenleaf ran for 5 seasons, ending on August 11, 2020. Kim spent those years working alongside Lynn Whitfield, Keith David, Merle Dandridge, and the rest of a cast that became family. She learned to trust directors like Clement Virgo, who let actors find their blocking naturally instead of micromanaging every movement. She fell in love with the dinner table scenes where the entire cast gathered, tying everyone's storylines together in ways that felt authentically Black and Southern. Beyond Greenleaf, Kim expanded her entrepreneurial ventures. She became a paparazzi independent consultant, selling $5 jewelry and building a team of 20 people within a year. She offered acting coaching via Skype, mentored younger performers, and hosted workshops focused on spiritual and personal development rather than just technique. When COVID-19 shut down the entertainment industry in 2020, Kim's multiple income streams kept her afloat while other actors struggled. Currently, Kim's developing new projects while continuing to sell the Regal wraps and paparazzi jewelry. She hosts after-show Facebook Lives, where she discusses Greenleaf episodes, showcases jewelry, and connects with fans who still can't get enough of Carissa Greenleaf. Her Instagram, @TheKimHawthorne, and the Regal Wrap account, @TheRegalWrap, keep her connected to a fan base that's grown to respect both the character she played and the woman she is. As of 2025, Kim Hawthorne's net worth is estimated at approximately $3 million, built through her acting career, entrepreneurial ventures, and smart investments in multiple income streams. Not bad for a woman who spent 30 years hearing no, before finally hearing yes from the one person whose opinion mattered most. The controversy around Carissa Greenleaf never really ended. Fans still argue on social media about whether she was justified in her actions or if she was too much for Jacob. Some viewers projected their own relationship frustrations onto the character, unable to separate the actress from the role. Kim addressed this directly, pointing out that if Carissa were a man demanding respect and refusing to accept infidelity, no one would call him ambitious or manipulative. They'd call him strong. The discussions revealed something deeper about how Black women are perceived when they refuse to shrink, when they demand more, when they won't smile through disrespect. Carissa became a mirror, and not everyone liked what they saw reflected back. Kim's journey from Newark to Broadway to 30 years of Almost to Greenleaf to Oprah's Favorite Things proves something crucial. Your timing isn't late, it's right on schedule. Every rejection was preparation. Every closed door was protection. Every year of waiting was building the muscle she'd need to carry the weight of success when it finally arrived. The woman who almost quit because she kept thinking about Oprah's struggles ended up working for Oprah, being featured in Oprah's magazine, and building a business that sustains her when Hollywood shuts down. The classical opera singer who learned to sew from YouTube videos created a product that solved a problem for women everywhere. The actress who spent decades being told she was too much played a character who proved that being too much is exactly what some stories need. And the best part? Kim's still creating, still building, still showing up with the same work ethic that carried her through 3 decades of rejection. Because at the end of the day, the dream job wasn't just about booking Greenleaf. It was about becoming the kind of woman who could handle everything that came with it. The fame, the controversy, the business opportunities, the platform, and the responsibility of representing Black women who refused to dim their light for anyone's comfort. 30 years of no taught Kim Hawthorne something Hollywood still hasn't learned. Some women aren't supposed to fit in, they're supposed to stand out.